my first question I got to ask you, you had an incredible performance in your Bellator debut, but despite that, do you feel even more comfortable now that you're used to the routine of how things are done in Bellator?
Definitely, man. Now it just feels like you said, just routine. Walking back in, going through the checks, going through quarantine, it's definitely more familiar. And, even going to the back room, getting in the locker room, getting warm, cutting the weight. It's just another fight week.
Now, your opponent's 6'7". Have you ever faced anybody in any kind of athletic competition, combat related, in the practice room? Anything that kind of help you get prepared for someone like that?
Well, I feel like he's actually like 5'6" with a 2-foot head, but yeah, I'm blessed. American top team. We got a lot of superior athletes there. We got a lot of guys that are rangy, 6'5", 6'6", not quite 6'7", but I believe that are more athletic, more well-rounded, and that I've had the opportunity to train with. So I feel like I'm more than enough prepared for this opponent and opportunity.
Yeah, but you mentioned 6'7" guys. I mean, is it sparring with heavyweights? Is that what you have to do?
Not quite heavyweights, but a lot of middleweights, a lot of light heavyweights. Big bodies getting used to it. So I don't think this guy has anything that I won't be prepared for.
As you mentioned, your last fight, you look spectacular, but obviously you still want to make improvements. What improvements can we see from that last fight to this one?
Just honestly, just a more well-rounded fighter in every aspect. I think you'll be able to see a variety of my skills in this fight. I'm definitely going to mix it up. Just work all my skills, be able to show all my techniques, and I mean not all of them. Keep some secret for the next fight, but definitely show how I've improved, and definitely get another highlight reel knockout.
Jim.
Yeah, Jim Varsimo, Miami Herald. Thank you, Roman. Thank you. Curious how the training went for you. What has it been like? What is just the people you're working with? Did Jorge Masvidal get involved with this one at all with you, in relationship there with him, and just how all that went?
Well, camp's been amazing. I'm in, quoting my coaches, I'm in the best shape of my life right now. I've put in more rounds than I have in any other camp. Working with some of the best guys in the world. Bellator just let out their top roster, working with guys like Johnny Eblen, Austin Vanford, Dalton Rasta, my dude, the Sleek Sheik, Sabat. I got a lot of bodies. I got my dude Jocko over in the UFC middleweights. I got a lot of bodies that I've been working with. Good top wrestlers, good strikers, just well versed mixed martial artists. Quoting on George. George is getting ready for his fight, so he's been more game planning for his, and working more towards the wrestling. So I haven't had the ability to work with him as much as I would like. But all in all, we have a game plan that we're going to go and put forth on Friday, man. And I look forward to again just putting on another highlight reel and adding to the win column.
And lastly, for me, who is with you for this fight? Who will be in your corner for this one?
I got my cousin Juan Carlos Ferraldo. He's been with me for the last 3 years, as my strength and conditioning coach and as one of my my grappling coaches. And I got my man Mauricio, who is my jiu-jitsu coach that we work with and helps me with just keeping my mind right. Anything I really need, he helps me with. So. Sad to say I didn't have the opportunity to bring my striking coach up there. He has, he's again, Paulino Hernandez helping George get ready for his championship fight coming up on the 24th. So, which is, awesome. I'm really looking forward to being there for him, but I'm more than prepared, and my corner is definitely, I have, trust and belief in my corner that we'll get the job done.
Donna.
Hey, Roman. This guy obviously won pretty spectacularly last time out. What did you see in that fight that concerns you, and what do you see as flaws in his game?
I see. He had a good knockout. I seen the knockout more as a mistake on Gracie's part than Goody being more efficient than anything. Goody's a long guy. He puts good pressure on guys, and You know, you see his size. He tries to implement his size, and a lot of guys, it affects a lot of dudes. I think I'm a little different. You know, size really doesn't affect me. At the end of the day, I'm a dog. I got a big dog in me. I got a lot of fire in me, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna bring it, man. So if he's not prepared for a real war, then I don't see him making it out of the first round. I think, you know, him being the character he is, being the guy, you know, of his caliber, I see him making it out of the first round. But other than that, I'm gonna break him. I'm gonna break him, and I'm gonna finish him.
What do you think is going to happen when your friend Jorge Masvidal gets his rematch with the full camp against Kamaru Usman next month?
You know, if I being totally honest, I think he's gonna same thing, man. In the first fight, I seen Kamaru, you know, working a game plan that was very smart and tactical. Press him up against the cage, wear him out. You know, the guy had 6 days notice, so he wasn't on a full camp. He fought that fight smart. You know, wore him down, got him tired, took away the one aspect of the fight that George would win, his striking. And I just don't see it going the same way. I see George coming out and you know, being a lot more calm and assertive with his game plan, using his striking. You know, his wrestling is top notch. People underestimate that about him. But I see George finishing the fight, man. I got George finishing the fight probably in the 3rd or 4th round.
James McDonough.
Hi, Roman. James here from Strictly MMA. Thanks for taking time to talk to us.
Of course, my man. Thank you.
Absolutely. So you got 4 wins now. You got 4 knockouts. You had 3 knockouts in your amateur career. Is that the game plan, man? Going here, shut some more lights off this weekend?
Always. That's always the game plan. My game plan is always to finish. You know, I haven't had the opportunity to submit anybody yet. You know, yeah, always the game plan is always to finish. I go out there to finish fights. I do not like leaving it in the judge's hands. You know, I like to say my greatest weapons are my hands. So if I can implement them, I'm going to. But definitely not in a rush, man. I look forward to going out here, you know, taking my time, really working, you know, using the cage, working my setups and my techniques, breaking this guy down, really showcasing my skills. And when the finish presents itself, then I'll take it.
Awesome. And last thing for me is just this card should be doing pretty good reviews. A lot of people watching. If you're talking to your fans right now, why should they be tuning in and watching Roman fight this weekend?
You should be tuning in to watch spectacular violence and, you know, beautiful brutality. You're going to watch a guy get in there with me and watch him submit to his superior. It's going to be a spectacular event. And beyond me, you know, you also have Pitbull versus Sanchez. That's going to be a great fight as well. I'm looking forward to watching that. And but yeah, definitely for my fans, I'm adding another highlight reel to the role.
Tony.
Hi, Roman. Hope you're well.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, thanks. There's a lot of headlines coming into this fight about you being the protege of Jorge Masvidal. Obviously, you know, given the similarities with the flying knee knockout, do you take that as sort of additional pressure, or is that the biggest compliment to you?
I take it fully as a compliment. You know, again, just bringing it back to Paulino, I got to give all the props to our striking coach, Paulino Hernandez. You know, without him, nothing on George. I don't think George would be where he is, and without Paulino, I wouldn't be where I am. So, you know, given the props, if the props go to anybody, it goes to Paulino. And you know, yeah, just hearing that, oh, you know, the spectacular knee knockout, it's like George's. You know, it's flattering, and you know, it just means that I'm doing my job right. So,
and obviously the last few fights have gone extremely well. Have you actually had the time in a real fight scenario to actually learn, or you know, is there things that you've critiqued out of your performances?
Definitely. I mean, I'm my biggest critic when it comes to watching my fights, rewatching. I watch my fights as if I was my opponent. You know, what things would I be looking for? What can I expose on myself? How, you know, where are the holes in my game? And, you know, just because I win doesn't mean that there's not something I can improve on there. And, definitely in the fights, you're always looking to, you know, you can study a guy as much as you want, but, you know, a guy's never the same dude from one fight to another. So I go into every fight, with an open mind, willing to adapt. We have a game plan, but you have to have the ability to adapt and be willing to step into the fire. And that's the great thing about the fight game, man. It really can be a flip of a coin.
Santiago.
Hi, Roman. Greetings from Amsterdam, and thank you for the time, brother.
My man, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. In your last fight, you really put a beating on your opponent, and you ended it with a beautiful knee in the second round. Is that something that you and also Jorge Masvidal train a lot on, to end fights in a spectacular fashion?
Well, I mean, if you listen to any of George's recent interviews, his mindset changed a couple years ago after his trips to I think it was the Dominican Republic, and he had a mindset where he's just going to finish guys, and that's always been my game plan. Go out there and finish the fight, man. I don't want somebody to watch the fight and have a different perspective than me and think that I lost the fight because they seen something or they watched it from a different angle. I'm going out there to finish the fight, so there's no debate. And that's always been my game plan. I go out there, and on top of it too, I go out there to put on a show, man. I don't want to leave it to the judges. I don't want you to leave watching the fight saying, "Damn, I wish there would have been more action," or he could have fought better, or could have did this. I'm going out there to finish, put on a show, and again showcase my skills.
Austin Vandervoort, Cody Law, Johnny Eblen, yourself. Some special things are happening at ATT. That gym is making big time noise in the world of combat sports. How important is the ATT team for you and for your preparation to a fight?
Huge, man. It's drastic. I've been there now for 6 months, and it has been tremendous in my career. I've seen tremendous growth in all aspects of my game, and a big part also, not only have I seen growth, but it has given me a tremendous amount of reassurance in my own abilities and my skills. So, and like you said, ATT right now is on the map. ATT's been on the map for years. They've been top school in the world for the last decade. But I think, in this past year, we've seen a camaraderie come together. Everybody's working with everybody. Everybody's trying to grow, and no secrets. Everybody's just open, man, and it's been tremendous for me, and it's been tremendous for my career and my skills and my ability, and yeah, man, it's awesome. I love doing what I do, and it's amazing when you get to go to a place like that. That's my job, that's my place of business, that's my place of work, and you want to be there, and I want to be there every day. It's surreal.
We have time for a couple more here. Simon
Simon Romero, Behind the Grind. Mr. Roman Faraldo, how are you today, my friends?
I'm feeling like $1 million, bro. I'm feeling like a champ, ready to go.
Awesome. That's what I'd like to hear. So you are on a 10-fight win streak since your amateur days. What have you done in training specifically to keep that streak alive?
Staying humble, man. Always looking to improve. There's never a time where I'm complacent in my abilities. Always looking to improve, always willing to get better, trying to be the best guy in the gym. My dude Dalton Rasta, he gave me some advice. He's like, you want to be the best in the world, you got to start at the gym. You got to be the best in the gym. So looking to be the best in the gym, always pushing myself, always trying to grab information, work with the guys that I see are doing it at the top of the game, like George. I was blessed for this camp to be able to work with Mike Brown a lot more than usual, just trying to pick these guys' minds, and they have countless years in the game, and it's like it's surreal. And I've seen tremendous improvement in my game. Just staying humble and always trying to improve. Never being content. Never settling where I'm at with my abilities. So,
my second question for you is, what do you do to keep that beard looking so fresh and so clean?
I think it's just genetics, man. I'm blessed. Super blessed. Last time I got to rock the stash a little bit, I had to put on for the fam. My papa Ralph, he used to rock the pinner, so a little tribute to him. But letting the beard grow out, stay strong. I trimmed it a little too much for this fight. I wanted to be a little thicker, get that Viking look. But I think it'll be, it's nice and full right now. So I think it'll look good after I knock this dude out.
Chris.
Hey, Roman, Chris from TarpSoftSports.com. I got to say, as a beard guy, man, you're looking fresh as hell. You look ready to go. I want to ask, though, Bellator has the ranking system now. You've got one fight under your belt. I know the fight itself is something that is incentive for you to get up and do it. But, it's a camaraderie business as well, right? Are you motivated by getting your name into the rankings?
Definitely, it's really cool to see your name up there when it is up there, but that's not my main objective. My ultimate goal is to become a world champion. I obviously realize you got to go through there. You got to slowly work your way up. So I look forward to seeing my name on the top 10 list and then working its way down the numbers, up until I'm number one contender and to where inevitably I'm world champion. And, so it's definitely something to look forward to and strive to get on. It's pretty cool when you see your name in the top of the world with the best in the world.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And the last thing I have for you here, we talked about George, we talked about American Top Team. We've all seen the craziness that is the Jake Paul and Ben Askren. Are you sitting on the same side of the fence as George? Are you taking Jake Paul? I mean, come on here. I know you guys are buddies, but level with me here.
Nothing for nothing. I think it's that's a spectacle that people want to watch it. People like to see the show. Inevitably, I really don't have too much to say about it. The guys, I'm not too big on all the the talking, running the mouth. I say what I'm gonna do and then I go and do it. I feel like Jake's gonna go out there, and I think my personal opinion, Jake's a better boxer than Ben. I think Jake will put the hands on Ben, but that's my opinion on it. I think Jake just needs to just calm it down a little bit, go do his job, and call it a day. But again, that's the show, man. It's show. People want to see it, and that's it.
Last one here, Colin.
Roman, Colin's MMA World. How we doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Good. 10 fight win streak. I know you're not looking past your next opponent, but what's next for you? Do you see anything down the road? Do you see big fights? Maybe a different promotion?
So in all honesty, man, I love Bellator. These two fights, they've treated me tremendously. Everything has gone smooth. I haven't had to, if they needed something, they've contacted me. It's been different for me with other promotions. It's, so I'm loving it here, man. After this fight, I have 2 more fights on my contract. So right now, obviously my concern is Friday. After that, we'll look to the future, but definitely looking to finish out my contract with Bellator. Again, too, I'm loving it here, and we'll see what the future holds, man. I plan on finishing my contract 7-0, 7 KOs. So we know when the renegotiation comes by, we'll be looking for some bigger fights and some bigger paydays.